So here, this menu and then this side panel menu, these will then launch into that view when you activate and open those easy interactive tools. So these are what you're then launching. Now, like I said, you could put a shortcut on your desktop and then these would just automatically start with your computer. You don't have to have that toolbar on one side. You can put it in the middle, you can have it over here, but that grip bar in the top and lower corner allows you to move it and make it, you know, your unique spot in your classroom. These tools float over other applications. So having that access online to the curriculum, you can then come over here if I need to highlight something or I want to draw your attention, you know, to, I could do a thick pen, I can do a lower, thinner pen, whatever it may be. I can draw your attention to something because I can draw on this live website. So it's really nice that you can be in the moment but also add the content to it at the same time. And also, it's in a way where it's not going to erase if I accidentally rub it or touch it because it's digital. So it's all captured in that one platform. Now, if I go back to being a mouse, you have different undo buttons, which will be your best friend if you accidentally erase something. This is your text, so I'll show you more of those features when we're in the software. But you have your cursor, so a cursor versus a mouse. Yeah. Cursor is when you want to maybe scroll or move things, but a mouse will then give you full functionality, kind of acting like as if you were back on the computer. So clicking something, you want to then advance pages, things like that. All of these other extend arrows means there's other things to hide. You know, there's other things to explore that are hidden. So you have your line thickness, all your color options. And this is that pen, and then you have your highlighter options as well. The little circle, that means it's that thin pen, and then the thicker is to the right. You have erasing capability, so I can be a small eraser and start erasing. But I also have the capability, when I want to go back, just to be a mouse here, go back, I can capture something. And so now it went from that free mode into another dimension, allowing me to then layer options. So I'll show you that again in a second. But to clear the page all at once, I have a clean options, so I can just clear everything at once. And it's nice, it asks me, because if I accidentally hit that, I'm like, wait, I don't want that. It gives you, are you sure you want to continue? Yes. And then it will take whatever that was in that layer away. Now, when I go back to my computer mode, that was in your picture mode, now your pen mode PC. There's different modes, you'll just get used to it as you play with it. But what I want to show you is when you are a mouse, again, like I said, you know, you can move those toolbars to go from one side or to the next, so you're not limited just to this side. You can walk on that side. But you also have that little arrow over here, which will then allow the menu to simply pop up over on this side. So I can be here, or I could pop it up back on this side right here. Now, the toolbar up top, a lot of times, you know, that might be a little too high. That's okay. You can bring it down to the level for you or the students, so it's an easier reach, because right now, even with this table, it's a reach just to begin with. So it's nice you can bring that toolbar down to the level. Over here, when we go into now our whiteboard mode, this is where we started. In this mode, it's just your whiteboard space. So this is really nice. I was curious one day and I just kept hitting add new page, which is up here. So if I go to my page list, you can see the pages that I was practicing and just adding. So if I just wanted to add pages and say I wanted this to stay open, just make sure you hit the little pin right here, and now that will keep it open, and then I can still work over here. When you select an object, you'll see there's a dotted frame that appears. The corners allow you to resize, so you can really shrink or really grow that object. The top allows rotation. And then in the bottom corner, sometimes it's overlooked, but you have other options to explore.
Awesome.
So I can duplicate this, so instead of copy and then paste, it's that one, it's a clone, you know, you can really duplicate it really quickly. You have a copy, you do have a paste, there's an ungroup, so you can group things together. So that's more advanced, you know, being able to just move things as one. You can bring things to the front or back, so similar to PowerPoint and Microsoft. So it gives you the number of what page you're on, 5 of 5. But notice I can't see my top row anymore. As you start annotating in the workspace, that will disappear, but to get it back, you just hit that sidebar, and then you'll notice everything comes back into view. So don't fret, it's still there. It just hides while you're using the workspace, so it maximizes your view for you. And remember, the reason why this is staying open and visible,
Give it locked.
exactly, we have it pinned. Now, over here, we have our home button, we have adding a folder, saving. This is that option to view the pages. We have adding a new page, deleting a page. These arrows, when you go up and down, just allow you to, you know, go forward and backward within your presentation. The little toolbox here has other options that you want to explore. So you have, I love this one, this is your spotlight. So you can really now, you know, just, this is what you need to focus on. And you can enlarge or resize that spotlight. I'm just grabbing it in that perimeter, that border. And then as I move the spotlight, I'm grabbing it in the darkened area. So to move the spotlight, you grab it in the darkened area, and then to resize, grab it, yes, that gray border. Now also, the only way to get rid of it, you have to hit the X in that corner, and then you're back to that page. Remember, hit the arrow on the side, and then you have those other tools to explore. This is a rather new one. It casts the appearance that nothing's here, but if you grab either of the sides, this is now a screen shade that allows you as the teacher, I love this, to slowly reveal content.
To make sure you can show us how to like switch back and forth between each.
Definitely.
Okay.
So next to the tools is right here. So when I hit that option, and it actually selects, here we go.
Okay.
So now, you know, this is that
That's
live mode.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
You have recording options. It won't record your voice, but you can record, you know, if you were just kind of slowly, you know, if you wanted to kind of just capture everything. You can enlarge the screen. There are different tools and settings that you can brighten the image.
And this is the cable that makes it interactive.
There you go.
Not
And
the
that's
blue one.
really important,
Looks like
that
a little
USB.
printer cable, okay?
Okay.
So that white USB is
And
very
there just,
important.
does it have to be in a certain, like the document camera, you just turn it on? Is there like a certain mode or
There
anything?
is a power button, so if you want to come here, just so you can see it, it's really big. So this button right here, this is that power button. Make sure it's on, and then the source. You just want to make sure that it's lit up for that document camera option. Other than that, it's ready to go once you have that USB connection.
It's
It's
will
power.
control the mode. for
Correct,
this. Okay.
right. But if for some reason you want to be hands-on here, you still have the capability of doing the focus, the zoom, you have
Right.
menu options here.
Recording.
Exactly,
Okay.
all right here as well. So depending on where this is
a
located,
still image?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep, and then this is it looks like a little video recording, and then that would be the same
I would
thing.
take a picture of my hand and walk away. What is that?
Yeah. So do you want to try anything with the camera? You want to get hands-on with that, for the last segment of this, just to try something?
I just want to make sure, just because I've
Okay, I'm
done
gonna
this
X out of
before,
this, and I want you
I just
then
want to make
get
sure I know how to go back and forth to each thing.
Yes.
Okay, so
You're in your
I'm
workspace
in
now.
my, okay, so if I want to bring up what's on the computer, I go here.
Correct.
Okay, and then if I want now, I cannot access the document camera from
Correct. You have to be
Get you
in
in whiteboard.
this-
there and the whiteboard.
Yeah,
So if I
and that
want to
whiteboard
go to
button.
the document camera, go back to the whiteboard,
And
and it'll take me
Uh-huh.
to the camera.
Correct.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and there's no way to make this larger?
Yes, in that, correct, you see it, there you go.
There you go.
And then those still, yeah, those menu options are still right there, so you can still record, you can still capture,
Okay.
and you have that capability of, accessing everything right
Another
there.
question, is there a way to use the computer while, like, if I have
Well,
students using the board?
Right. There is a freeze option on the remote.
Okay,
So you have your AV mute option, which gives the illusion that it's off. But don't
Mhm.
mistake it for being off. It
AV
just
mute.
gives that
AV mute, okay.
illusion. So it gives that, hey, attention needs to come
Yeah.
back on me as the teacher right now. Stop being distracted from behind me.
okay.
But really,
It's still
don't leave at the end of the day with
Right.
this still running. This
Right.
is just a temporary thing. And you can
Okay.
even see there's still
Yeah.
a black light, that's all it is.
Okay,
And so now here you're back in mode, but that eliminates shutting it down
Right.
and then quickly turning it back
it's
on
just for a
again.
couple minutes.
Exactly, because there is that warm up and
Takes-
cool down process that you want to be aware of as well. And then the freeze option, which is in the lower right corner,
Mhm.
that allows me to freeze this image. So if the kids need to see, this worksheet, they're working independently, but then I need to come over here and now I'm going to X out of this and, you can attest to this right now.
Okay.
I'm doing other things.
Right, but they can't,
Exactly.
they can't work on the board.
See, look,
though.
I'm on Google right now, and
Yeah.
it's up here. Yeah, they can't work on it, because once I unfreeze it, then look, here it is to where I
Okay.
was here. So
Okay.
if you're checking email or doing grades over here,
Uh-huh,
just make sure you get back to what they're seeing before you unfreeze it.
Okay.
So then it's not like, whoa, what did I just see? Or, so you gotta be aware of
Right.
what you do, but you
Right.
do have that option
Okay.
to multitask, if you want them to be focused on something, or you're doing something
Is
else
there
over
a
here.
reason that I have two?
Yes, one's for the document
That-
camera.
That one's strictly
Yeah.
for the document.
Okay,
And then the save function, just to go through it
Oh,
with them.
yeah. And then when you're in, I X'd out of everything, didn't I? I did. So when I am on the Easy Interactive Tools, if I just want to open up a new, that's a menu that will come up as well, just a new. When I come up here to my save option, you have a save as option. And that'll then, like I was
Yeah.
just telling you,
And you
You
can
can-
name it through.
right, so you can change the name, you have this file type here, but this gives you that capability of really choosing, where you want it.